Hello friends, today let us discuss degrees of comparison. This is often asked as different types of questions in competitive exams. I have gone through last year's PSC question papers and I found degrees of comparison is there in every paper. So what are degrees of comparison? It is adjectives and adverbs that are used to show the 3 degrees of comparison. What are the 3 degrees of comparison? They are 3 in number: the positive, comparative, and superlative. First, let us take the positive degree of comparison. It is used to show a quality. There is no comparison at all. It is used to show a quality. We can't say positive degree of comparison. We cannot say that. We can only say positive degree. For example, she is a good leader. It is a quality about her. She is not compared to anyone. That is the way which positive degree is used. That is one way. Another way is it is used to show that two people or two things are equal. There also there is no comparison. For example, she is as good as Smita in leadership qualities. So she is not compared to Smita, but it is said that she and Smita are equal in leadership qualities. Ravi is smart in games. That is a positive quality. Ravi is as smart as Sarun in games. It shows they are equal. It is not comparing one to the other or not picking out one as the best. Here no one is better than the other. Both are equal. That is positive degree. Next is comparative degree of comparison. What happens in comparative degree? It compares two people or things and says one of them is better. Like, I am wiser than him. Sita is a better leader than Sam. Here, wiser and better are used to compare the two people who are mentioned there. Only two things are mentioned here, only two people are mentioned here, and one is better. For that, the comparative degree is used. Now, next is the superlative degree. In superlative degree, more than two or a whole group will be there and there is no comparison. We are picking out the best from the group. Only one will be picked out as the best. That is superlative. One person or item is highlighted. Seema is the best girl in the class. Here there is no comparison. Seema is picked out from the whole class as the best girl. That is superlative. That is the tallest building here. This is the worst handwriting that I have seen. In all these cases, we find that there is no comparison. One is picked out as the best or the worst. That is superlative degree of comparison. Now we have in some cases some difficulty in using the correct comparative and superlative degree. Example, when I say hot, that is positive degree. Hotter is comparative. Hottest is superlative. But in some cases, there are like beautiful. Beautiful is a positive degree. For comparative, we have to add more beautiful. Superlative, we have to add most beautiful. Then we may think, in some cases, it is very easy. Just add ER or EST, like hotter, hottest, etc. and make it comparative and superlative. But in some cases, we have to keep the adjective as such and add more or most. When do we add like that? Or what is the rule to add more or most? Why is more and most used in some cases? We must have answers to these questions. Before answering these questions, you must understand what a syllable is. Because adding more and most or adding ER and EST to make it comparative or superlative, you need the number of syllables in a word. What is a syllable? That is, when you pronounce a word, a part of a word which has a single vowel sound is called one syllable. That is, there will be vowel sounds, one or more, in a word. If a single vowel sound is present in a word, it becomes as one syllable. If it comes close together, it is taken as one unit, like took, cook, book, etc. That oo sound is the vowel sound, and there is only one single vowel sound. So these words have only one syllable. Now another type of words are there, like teacher. There are two syllables. Why? Teacher, this e is a vowel sound. Then after ch is a vowel sound. But they are taken as two different units because ch comes in between them. Ch is not a vowel sound. Teacher. E is there, is there, but in between there is a consonant sound. So it is considered as two different units of vowels. And we can call this word a two-syllabled word. So this word has two syllables. Just like that, flower, Flower. Their O and E are vowels, but in between there is a W, which is not a vowel. So it is separated. So it is considered as two different vowel units, and so we can say there are two syllables. Table, A and E, they are separated by two consonant sounds, and so you can say they are two units of vowels, and so it is called two syllables. More than two syllabled words are there, like beautiful, wonderful. In between the vowel sounds, there will be consonants, so they are separated. For beautiful, U, beauty, U is a vowel sound. Then T is there as a consonant sound. T, E again vowel sound. F again comes as consonant sound. U, beautiful. That sound comes as a vowel sound. So more than two syllables, even wonderful also, more than two syllables are there. So that is how you count syllables. You count the vowel sounds, and if all the vowel sounds come together, you can take it as one unit. If it doesn't come together, in between, if there are consonants, you must take it as separate units. First, you have to find out in this word how many syllables are there. And then you will go for comparative and superlative degree. Now let us go back to the comparative and superlative degree. Some easy methods are here, and you must think of one thing. Our aim is to write a competitive exam, like a PSC exams. So we are dealing with only simple clues. I'm not going into detailed because we are not literature learners. We want some main points based on the type of questions that are coming for the PSC examination. Here are some easy methods. If the word means that is adjective or adverb, that is what forms a degree of comparison, has only one syllable, you can use ER for comparative and EST for superlatives. That is, count the number of syllables. If there is only one syllable, that is one vowel unit, then for comparative you can use ER and EST for superlative. Like big is a positive degree. It has only one syllable, E. Then the comparative will be bigger. Superlative will be biggest. Short is HORT. O, only one syllable. So it will be shorter, shortest. One syllable only. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Now there are words with two syllables. Words with two or more syllables will take more, most, etc. But words with two syllables only and ending in Y or OW or ER or LE, they take ER for comparative and the plus EST for superlative. That is, if they have two syllables but the word should end in Y, OW, ER or LE, like tiny, tinier, tiniest. Narrow, narrower, narrowest. Simple, simpler, simplest. In some cases, there are words with two syllables, but they do not end with Y, O, W, E, R, L, E, etc. Or they will be three or more syllables, but they do not end with these words. In that case, comparative will be more and superlative will take the most, like beautiful, that is a positive. It has more than two syllables and it doesn't end with Y, O, W, E, R, L, E, etc. So we must use more beautiful and most beautiful. Similarly, credible, more credible, most credible. Three syllables are there in ancient, more ancient, most ancient. Now there are two syllabled words, but they don't end with Y, O, W, E, R, L, E, etc. They also you have to take more for comparative and the most for superlative. Here are those words. Foolish, more foolish, most foolish. There are only two syllables, but they do not end with Y, O, W, E, R, L, E, etc. Helpful, more helpful, most helpful. Pleasant, more pleasant, most pleasant. Now, we got an idea about how to make comparative and superlative degree. Let us look at some types of questions that the PSC has asked. Last year I saw almost in 4 or 5 question papers the same type of questions. We will discuss one or two. Here they are asked, Mumbai is one of the busiest cities in India. And the sentence itself shows the busiest. We are picking out Mumbai from many cities in India. So it is superlative degree. Their question is, write the comparative form. Here we know this is the superlative form because only one city is picked out as the busiest from a whole lot. So the answer is, Mumbai is busier than most other cities in India. There we are making a comparison between Mumbai and the other cities in India. Another question was, few cities in the world are dash than New Delhi. Here you can use the answer as bigger. Few cities in the world are bigger than New Delhi, or more polluted, like few cities in the world are more polluted than New Delhi. Any comparative degree, you can use any comparative degree because only two units are compared, few cities and New Delhi. We are not picking up anything from a whole lot. Few cities here has a negative meaning, like there are no cities as big as New Delhi, etc. Now, two clues to the comparative degree is, one is the word than. If you see the word than, then it is the comparative degree with which you have to fill in the blanks. Second is, the comparison will be between two items. In this case also, you can use the comparative degree. Now let us look at the positive degree of these sentences. The first clue to the positive degree is that there should be no comparison. Either you have to mention a quality like Mumbai is a very big city, or you can say it is like any other city, not better or worst. Mumbai is as busy as any other city in India. Second sentence, let us look at the superlative degree. We have to pick out New Delhi as the biggest or the most polluted. New Delhi is one of the biggest cities in the world. Or New Delhi is one of the most polluted cities in the world. Now for the positive degree, New Delhi is a polluted city, or New Delhi is a big city, or New Delhi is as polluted or big as some other cities in the world. Next question was, of his two daughters, Tessy is the dash. The answer will be most beautiful. Why? Here we chose the superlative degree because we are not comparing Tessy to anyone but picking out her as the best. We used most because beautiful has more than two syllables. Now how can we make it into a comparative degree? Tessy is more beautiful than his other daughter. Here there is a comparison between the two daughters. What about the positive degree? His daughter Tessy is beautiful. That is one way of writing. Another, Tessy is as beautiful as his other daughter. Here, the meaning may change because we are pointing out that they are of equal quality. We are not comparing. Now let us look at another sentence. Another sentence was like this: Mount Everest is dash peak in the world. Answer is the highest. How did you write it? Use the above rules. That is, we are picking out Mount Everest as the highest of the world. So only one is there. There is no comparison. So it is the superlative degree. How will we make it comparative? If we are to make it comparative, Mount Everest is higher than any other peak in the world. If it is to be made positive, Mount Everest is a high peak. That is enough. Now I have come to the end of this vlog. Take up many more sentences and practice doing this grammar exercises. Look into my other videos also. They are all based on competitive exams. Now thank you for being with me and subscribe please so that we can meet again. Thank you.